Introducing Identity Bridge Service Catalog, a streamlined way to request, govern, and provision access using ServiceNow and Identity Bridge together. Built on ServiceNow and powered by Identity Bridge, this integration gives users a familiar ServiceNow portal to submit requests while Identity Bridge enforces policies, evaluates approval rules, and automates provisioning. In short, users get a simple request experience, approvers get policy-aware decisions, and IT gets fast, auditable provisioning. Now, let's see this integration in action. From the ServiceNow home, search for Identity Bridge ServiceNow Catalog and open the Service portal. On the Catalog landing page, select the Access Request form to begin. First, indicate whether you are requesting access for yourself or on behalf of another user. For this demo, we'll select Self-Request. Next, search for and select the target application, and choose whether you want to request new access or revoke existing access. Use the Access Selection panel to find roles, entitlements, or access buckets. You can filter and search, or open Department Access Overview to see what access is already assigned in that department. Select items from the list and move them into the selected access collection. The items presented are mapped and validated by Identity Bridge, so they align with governance and policy. On the Business Justification page, confirm user and access details, set the access validity period, and enter a concise business justification. This justification and the request metadata are passed to Identity Bridge to inform approval decisions and provide context for approvers. Click Submit to create the request. A ticket is generated with an RITM number and a full summary of the requested application and access. The request then follows the configured approval flow based on policy. Now, let's understand how this request flows through the system. Once submitted, the request enters ServiceNow Catalog where the access details are validated. The request then moves to the Dynamic Approval Router, which determines the approval path based on the configured policy for each application. Here you can select Application Approval Flow to route requests to the application owner or Hybrid Approval Flow for multi-stage approvals involving both managers and application owners. Since we've selected Manager Approval Flow for Active Directory, let's switch to a manager account to see the approval process in action. From the Admin home page, click the Approvals tab in the header. Pending requests appear as cards. Open the relevant card and click View Request Details to see the full RITM summary, requested application, selected access, user details, and the business justification. Review the context and any automated checks. When ready, click Approve. Identity Bridge records the decision, applies policy checks, logs the approval, and triggers the configured provisioning workflow automatically. Let's verify the provisioning in Identity Bridge by viewing Ambrose Ware's identity profile. In the Access Profile tab, we can confirm the Finance Analyst role has been successfully provisioned to Active Directory. The ITSM tab shows the request ticket marked as completed, providing full traceability from request to provisioning. Return to the original user account, open the Requests tab, and select the request to view the details page. The request status now shows approved, with the RITM and approval timestamp visible. This completes the end-to-end user-to-approval flow. Next, let's open the Admin panel, a central operations hub where administrators monitor system health, verify integrations, control how applications are mapped for provisioning, and manage the background jobs that keep entitlement data current. Think of it as the control room for Identity Bridge Service Catalog. Everything an admin needs to validate integrations, tune approval behavior, and confirm that provisioning will run as expected. The dashboard gives administrators an at-a-glance view of monthly usage trends, application activity insights, scheduled job history, and connected applications, letting teams quickly spot trends and investigate anomalies. From the dashboard we move into API configuration, where administrators define and validate the integrations that keep ServiceNow and Identity Bridge talking. Here you configure base URLs, token endpoints, client credentials, and Identity Bridge endpoints, and then test the connection to ensure reliable data flow between systems. Next, open Application Configuration to control how applications are handled. This is where you map which external systems are used for provisioning and which are used for data aggregation. You also assign the approval flow for each application, so requests follow the correct governance path and provisioning targets are accurate. Finally, scheduled job configuration lets administrators create, schedule and review recurring jobs that synchronize roles, entitlements, and attributes from source systems. In summary, the admin panel provides full operational control, visibility into usage and request outcomes, verified integrations for reliable data exchange and approval routing for provisioning, and automated data synchronization to keep entitlements up to date. This completes the demonstration: a simple, guided user request, a policy-aware manager approval, and an automated handoff to provisioning, all orchestrated between ServiceNow and IdentityBridge. IdentityBridge Service Catalog: request access confidently, approve with clarity, and provision automatically. Contact us to schedule a full demo.